There we go. There we go, pigeon fanciers. There we go. Late night, doing some research. We are doing some research on the Boston site. So let me get my mouse right. I gotta go through some stuff. And I said I might as well use my cons to pull this stuff up. So here we are. We're coming to you live from the Pigeon Academy show. This late night, I believe it's Monday night here in the NYC. Yes, Monday night. That's right. You know, when you're working, you're hustling, and you're running, sometimes you lose track of exactly which days it be, man. You know, but it's Monday night. So I'm going to piece up this information. Man, I had a really good experience. A couple of good experiences with the with training recently, training the young homers. And man, we had a really good time. We ascertained some really good information. And I think when I start talking about this information and I start putting it into our portfolio of videos that we do on pigeons, which is this is what the videos we do. We do video on pigeons. We're showing right now our young homers. They are training, and we had our old birds racing, and they raced two races so far out of the three of the season. But man, let me tell you, there's a point where, as a trainer, you get to a point with your birds and you say, what is really best for my team? Like, I got two teams. I got a young bird team and an old bird team. And I'm saying to myself, what's really best for my loft to move forward? What moves do I need to make? And I'm like, I need to get my old training birds that are in my breeding loft. I pulled them out and I gave them a couple of days of flying. And I want to take those old training birds with some of my old bird team, put them together, and then put them together with that group together with my young 2026 racing birds, and train those bad boys together. And I think that would be one of the best moves that I could do for my loft, is to put those two elements together, my old bird and my young birds, and then toss the hell out of those birds. And that means we're going west. So let's start the process of looking at that. We're going to go to the screen here. We're going to go to my share screen. And I want to go right to it. So I want to get to this screen right here. And I want to make it big. And that's what we're looking at. This is the Cross Bronx Expressway. And what's on the other side? Right at the entrance of the Cross Bronx Expressway is Parkchester. I ain't going to show I really don't want to show my certain information here. Oh, shit. But there it is right there. That was the information. I'm going to come back to it in a hot second. I'm going to pull this information up here. So we're looking at from this address. I want to make sure I get the right information in. No. That's not what I want. Let me make sure I'm getting this right one. No, not Eastchester. The Bronx. You know how it is. When you're trying to do something, it's always a little hassle. All right, so there it is. Now we want to get here. And this is a little fort. This is a little area that we want to get to right here. And that is the toss site right there. Let me bring myself up on video here. And that's going to be the first toss site. And that's 6.4 miles right in front of the George Washington Bridge. And that's where I'm going to call this area right here. I'm going to call this area the point. Now, I was calling another area, and I usually call these areas the points, where it's a critical place where the birds got to cross. And this is a small area here. For me to get 6 miles with my team, I could go right there with my team tomorrow, with my young homer team. They could do 6 miles real easy. They're flying. They're flying all over the damn place. They're routing all over the place. So, but this is now a directional toss. And now I want to go and get to this area right here, which is it's called the Little Red Lighthouse. And it's right there. It's right there at the George, right there. And that's before you cross over into New Jersey. And I want to use this area, and that's where we're going to start training from. That's going to be our first toss. We're going to go right before the George Washington Bridge. And I'm going to toss from there good I'll say 3 times. I'm going to toss from this side 3 times, and then I'm going to cross them over. And what I really like about is we are right there by where the George is and crossing over. And that's going to be a critical point right there. And then we just need to go and get busy after that and take the birds even further, take them even more west. And there it is there. And that could be an easy toss site right there. Boom. Come right here. Put the crates down on the ground. Boom. And let's see what's in the air here. It's a bridge. And it's a great point. It's a great point of access because it's big as hell. You know how bridges are. And I want to train them right by the bridge. And of course, there might even be predators there. So I got to first scout it out and make sure there's no predators on the George. Or the bird's going to get attacked. And this is what you got to go through as a trainer. We are I really consider myself a really good pigeon trainer. I think we're going to do well this year in our training. We're really motivated to piece up the information. Again, we want where we want to be tossing from, and this is the Little Red Lighthouse, right as you get ready to cross over and from the Bronx side to the New Jersey side. This is the George Washington Bridge right there. Boom. And all we need to do is cross over. And then from there, the birds will see the bridge and they'll come back easily. That's a very small water path. That's not anything to cross. That's not anything to cross. Now, here is plan B for those of you guys that do tossing tipplers. Ooh, listen to this. I said to myself, this is a 6-mile toss. I said, take your tipplers and take them to Parkchester. Then take them to this area here by the George. And that's again, this is 2 tosses for birds that I keep. For the homers is 1 toss. For the tipplets, I would take them to Parkchester, and then I would take them right here to this area by the George, and I would release them from there. Again, this is only a 6-mile toss. Those of you that's watching the show, and we chatting here about tossing birds and training up the homers and the tipplers, because we play with both birds. If those of you in the chat follow the academy, we're talking about pigeons and we're talking about training pigeons, and this is what I use to get my head right to be able to train my birds at the next level. You know what I'm saying? So here is putting the pieces in place to do what? Toss the birds from the right sites and get a nice straight line getting back to the loft. And that's what we're trying to do. Well, let's see what else it looks like. Let's see. I'm going to go on the map here. I'm going to be a little adventurous here, and let's see if it allows us to go and cross the water. Let's see. No, it doesn't. But there it is right there. That's where the birds got to come across and come back to the Bronx. Over that small. That is the Hudson. That is the Hudson here in the NYC. And it's a little raggedy park where we can toss the birds from, you know. Yo, shout out to the cats watching the video. Shout out to you guys in the chat, man. We here late night putting some information together, you know, for our Homer Antipper program. You know, let's get our tiplets up here, man. And we I think it's going to be the challenges that we face in pushing these birds forward and getting them to compete in these events. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about for me, is getting the birds into these competitions so we can compete at the highest level. There are several races. I'm going to go over some of them here. And this is one of the races that we're involved in this year. This is your 300-mile bond race. Yeah, baby. This is the 300-mile bond race. This is going to be held in October of 2026. This is by Joe Money Green and Peter Viola. So we're clocking this race as racers from the Pigeon Academy show, and we're gonna put our hat into the game. I think right now we have, 18 birds on our current young bird team. And another 7 birds right behind them that are on the loft and they stuck, but they haven't gotten the ability to go routing with these guys. So they're going to be coming out, and that's going to give us a good total of 20 something birds to go into these fraternity races, because we are big game hunting on these fraternity races. And this is one of the races here. This is the 300-mile bond race, and that's why you see us, we're showing videos first thing in the morning. We got our alarm set to 10 a.m. So every day we get up at 10 a.m. with our discipline and our order and our structure, and we get our whistles and we get them damn birds out. We get those birds out and we get them into the air. They gotta stay consistent. They gotta be getting a good health on. They're getting good light mix. They're getting Jerry's, and they're getting a base feed, a base feed. That's what it's called. It's almost like I say it's almost like depurative, but it's just got some extra added seeds to it. You know, medium sized feeds, and I like it for a training mix. You know, here is another club fraternity race that we're clocking. Yeah, this is the South Queens Club. I believe we got 3 birds banded for this for a race. We got our birds back in an auction, and the birds are banded. I believe it's 76, 77, and 78, and they are part of that second group. So I'm not going to say they're behind. They're just a part of the second group. So they're out and they're flying around and they're bunking and they're getting up and they're doing their thing. And I say in another week, they'll be law flying. They won't be on the road. They'll be law flying, you know. But if I see 1 or 2 of them as they pick up, I'll take them on. I'll take them tossing, and they'll. So next year, you know, by the end of in another 2-week period, all of those birds be being tossed over there by the George. And we're going to go after these fraternity races. Again, we got 3 birds for this particular race right here, and it's looking good. Here's a race that's being thrown by the Staten Island guys. Shout out to the Staten Island guys. All right, I want to just go back to the South Queens. This race is by Justin Welch, president of the South Queens Club. Shout out to Jay. Thank you, Jay, for looking out during the auction, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. So here we go. We're going to go now back to the Staten Island, and they got a bond race coming up, another 300-miler. And I believe this one is in, I think this was in November. I don't see the date on the flyer. but I believe this one is in November, and we clocking this one also. We're clocking this one also, baby. So we're looking at this one too. Now we're gonna go to the next race. This is from our old club. They saying they turned this one into a bond race, which is your King Lou's race. This is one of my favorite races right here. Shout out RIP to my man, Bobby Waters, who ran this race right here. This was from the New Rochelle Club. Much love and respect to my man, Bobby Waters, man. Rest in peace, brother. And shout out to him. And shout out to the guys in the New Rochelle Club, keeping the club going and doing what they do. And I understand this, they're now going west. So we're going to be able to fly, getting back into the 350-mile New Rochelle uh, King Lou's Bond race. Again, shout out to Bobby Waters and the New Rochelle guys. So the scene is looking good. I want to bring this race up here. I got to take something down, and of course, I want to talk about the World Trade Center race. And that's one of the races that's coming up. that is the that is the top race for us going west. So I'm gonna bring this down, and I want to just showcase something, which is the World Trade Center race, man. Because last year they did that race. We didn't race in that race because we were going south. Our club was going south, and that race was going west. So it don't make no sense to try to get involved in a race like that. And I wasn't able to train in two directions. But this year we're going west, and everything is going west. So we're going to showcase the World Trade Center race, man. And we're going to try to get it. The truck is up and running. The guys are training. My birds are out routing and loft flying. We're going to be tossing if the weather, and I'm going to check the weather, is like I always do. And see if I can get a toss in coming up this week. Man, where my image is at, man? I'm trying to find my image for that World Trade Center race. That's what I'm trying to find. But it's hiding from me. But let's do this. Let's go to my page. So that is the toss site that we're going to be coming. We're going to be taking the homers to. That's the first toss in front of the George Washington Bridge. Again, it is only a 6-mile toss, so it shouldn't give us no big headaches, And again, we're showcasing all the fraternity races and moving the pigeon program forward, and continue to do our videos and record our journey. Really, I say this all the time, and it's like the educational part of the academy is, I said, we more now 80-20 on the content that we do, because we're showcasing the journey, which is being a racer and going after these fraternity races. Because it doesn't matter what you do, if you do videos, audios, or what you do, if you're talking or you do on YouTube or wherever you are. At the end of the day, you got to win, man. It doesn't matter which bird you got or who you clicked up with or whatever you're doing. You got to win. You got to win. You got to win big. And we're here to compete at the highest level and win. And win these top races is our objective. Now let's go. We're going to go to another page over here. We're going to go to my Facebook page and just play a couple of videos real quick and show you guys where the birds are currently. Show you what these birds are doing, man. All right, we're going to go back to the studio. And we're going to go back to the studio. And this was the birds this morning at the loft. Ooh, this thing got me. This little thing got me tied up here. But we're alive. We're still alive, so we're going to kick it. Here we go. Come on now, video. You got me in the box here. Nice. All right, here we go. We're gonna show the video here. This was the bird's own. Bird's wow. Come on, screen. How much to see, but we got the bird. We had the birds out. The audio is there. There we go. So let's. I want to bring this up here. We're going to be getting the bird. So we're going to finish off here and just going through, doing some research tonight, looking at the images of where we need to toss the birds from on our first toss and what we could do with our tiplets at the same time, and try to get two tosses in and get the tiplets and take them west and get them ready for the three loft media contests and take their ass west also. We're going west, so we might as well go that way and take the tiplets and box them up and move them west and have them ready for the June three loft media national tossing contest. Again, we it's for us. It's all about getting our birds in the hottest competitions. You know what I'm saying? And I believe we're doing that. We are living our dream of being involved in some of the top uh, contests, which is all the great fraternity races here on the East Coast. We're involved in those fraternity races, and we're putting our pigeons and our uh, pedigrees and our performing pigeons into these contests, representing the Pigeon Academy show and Rodney G, and putting it forward, man, and putting our stamp here in the game, man. That's what we do. We try to compete at the highest level and let the race sheets and the tossing tell the tale, you know. and we go from there. Listen, shout out to Bar City Tiplets, man. We got that video right here in the cut in our studio, man. I wish I could play that for you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a clip of this real quick. Enjoy the video. This is spontaneous.
Uh, I got into the hobby, I'm gonna say about like 85, 86 is when I kind of started like messing with the birds. But my first bird ever was 83 was a Modine. Uh, yeah, that was actually my first bird. The hobby right now is taking me on a new journey. Um, I always flew birds, but truly, honestly, I never really understood the bird. I just will grab anything from the pet shop that I like, and I would just throw it in the coop and not really understand why the bird wasn't flying, why it's banking over there. And now, reading books and forums and calling all the fanciers and getting more information. Yeah, the hobby is taking me to a new place, and I want to take it to the next level. If I believe the hobby is a form of therapy, absolutely. Tranquility, peace for sure. And you zone out, it kind of takes you to a different place. Any trouble you got when you there, that's it. All that matters is the birds, and absolutely is tranquility. Definitely therapy. Definitely. I want to actually make a name for myself in the pigeon game. Like when people go buy a pilot or you go buy a Sheffield or everybody's looking for them names. I want somebody to have to be like, oh, I want to go buy a pair of varsities. You know how you make the bloodline? That's another level I'm trying to get in and trying to really understand that. What do I have to accomplish for my name to be there? Or when you're looking for birds, you're looking for varsities. And yeah, I believe this right here, what we doing with the tipplers, tossing them, giving them a route or a course, because we're not actually racing with the birds. We like taking them on a course. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I would like this to be an every year thing. You know what I mean? You got time flying, you got what you show your birds. I believe there ain't no wrong way of flying your birds. You fly them how you want to fly them.
At the Three Loft Media page, we have the superstar in tossing Varsity Tipplers here. Myself and M. Day Loft, we're here. We're going to be interviewing this top fancier and his great achievements in tossing pigeons. We're going to hear from the champ today, Bar City Tipplers.
Appreciate it, man. Truly appreciate
So,
it.
Bar City, I would really want to know what is that team doing right now? What is that team that you toss? What do you have them doing right now in your program?
Right now, I just got them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just got them bumming around. I started breeding early.
Mm,
I started about November, actually, right for Thanksgiving. I started breeding, so I could get ready for this competition. I ain't lying. So
mhm, mhm.
my team, I got a whole squad already ready, and the second set is kind of there. But right now, I'm feeding them Jerry's mix is what I'm
Mm,
giving them.
okay.
And I'm about to get them off of that in about another month or so, and then put them on energy, the Versiolaga.
Oh,
And
good feeds. Yeah, good feeds.
yeah, and then I was trying to get some candy. I got brown. I'm not a big fan of the brown, but I
Mm,
got some candy. I usually give that to them on training, like on maybe Saturdays on my day off.
right.
So right now, I'm gonna be honest, this is my first time having this many birds, so I'm having a little problem. Should I stay with some? Should I get rid of some? But
Yeah, yeah,
I really,
yeah.
I really want to see what they do in this tour. So, but yeah, I don't give my birds any vaccines. Like I don't shoot my birds up. Everything
No.
is natural.
Okay.
Garlic. elderberry and stuff like that, and
Right, right.
apple cider vinegar. Yeah, I never shot my birds up.
So what names do you have, like Sheffields and
I
Max and
got
stuff?
I got what they call them, Lovets or Levats. I got
Mm,
Pepe's Levats lines in my birds. I got I got some Sheffield Macclenfields that I have brought a pair
mhm,
from Lou Tipler. That them birds, I'm not gonna lie, they fly.
mm.
And those birds I got from that gentleman, which
Right,
gave me
right.
some really nice blue bars. That Jag said that he really know where them birds came from, and he believed they his birds.
Before you toss, do you feed them? How do you feed them? Or, do you set
Yeah.
them up for when they return?
Well, I feed them at the night before. I might give them a little less feed, and then in the morning, like I say, 2 or 3 hours, I wake up at like 5 in the morning, 6. I'll give them some candy. I'll give them some
Mm.
candy, let them
I see.
settle in, and then I'll take them out. So they jumpy, They then I'll sit them maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, depending how they look. If they look like they want to go already, I'll just let them out.
Nice.
So yeah, I do feed them when they come home. I got some peanuts for them. I got some.
Yep, yep.
I got some. Some
You
treats for
know,
them. But
I
yeah,
gotta
Fire.
ask this, right? Because in my experience, and I want to see if you guys are experiencing this. Like, have you seen how the birds act when they come home? Or are they showing off? Are they showing a different posture? Or
yeah,
what do you
yeah,
see when they come
absolutely. You can see
Yeah,
them clapping, and when they home, when they see you, because birds
yeah,
recognize you. They see you,
yeah,
they start clapping. My bad thing, I would let out my other team, and then they would just keep on flying, and then sometimes I'll get hit
yeah,
by a hawk. But
yeah.
yeah, yeah, they do show off.
I
Absolutely.
do notice that, but sometimes I feel like I'm over analyzing it sometimes. And I'll be looking at them and I'm like, maybe I'm just excited, more excited than they are. You know
Right.
what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah. Nah, I get excited. I'll be almost
Yeah.
wanting to cry. I'll be
Facts.
like, "Word, they made it! They made it!"
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
for
they
real.
go. There
Uh,
For
they go.
real.
word.
That's a real emotion right there, bro. That's a real
Hell
emotion.
yeah.
Or
Oh, some birds, that's a real emotion right there.
that's a fact,
Yeah, that
man.
I would like a lot of more people, even if they make a small team. I even thought about making another coop and everybody give me birds, and I'll do like a one freaking,
Hmm.
Yeah, we had
you
that
know,
shit on the agenda.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, they talking about that all over the place, man.
let's get
Yeah.
this
They plotting
jumping,
it.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not dying, you just got to revamp it. You just got to throw some life
Mhm.
into it. That's it. Switch
Yeah.
it up. They talk about evolution and evolving, right? Let's push this forward, man, for real. I'm with it. Even if y'all wasn't gonna do it, I was still gonna toss my birds cause the simple fact where I live at, I can't really fly birds. I'm in an HOA, so I get a
Yes.
thrill out of this, you know what I mean? So when you said you was doing this, I said, perfect. I'm jumping on board. So that's it.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't I
That's
don't
that
show my birds or anything like that. So
that was the whole objective, man. Like I seen the vision, you know what I mean? And I seen a lot of guys doing it. I was inspired and I said, you know what? There has to be a way to get shit organized, especially with
Yeah.
technology and social media nowadays. It makes it a lot easier to coordinate these type of things. And there was no way for me to organize this event without putting everybody on the same playing field.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if one person has one way to calculate their mileage and then the next person has the next, that's just conflict right there. And it's not gonna work. So with the air miles, man, how do you feel about the air miles?
Right.
nah, it's good because I believe the first time I posted something, I thought it was 2 miles, and you bring it to my attention. I was like, oh, all right, that's real. So I went and I said, nah, that's official because I don't want to cheat myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Facts.
no,
Facts.
no, no. I think that shit is official.
Yes. Yes. You got
Facts,
Yeah.
man.
you, you got goals. You got brother. Let me say this. You got proven birds, man. Nobody can take that away from you. You got proven birds. Your
Facts.
bloodline
Thank
has
you.
all those birds you tossed have
Hmm.
proven that those birds can get the job done. That is a great achievement, man. For real.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yes.
that, man. And I
Proven
want I want
birds.
to go further. I felt
Yeah.
honestly I could have went further. I stopped short,
Hmm.
but the
Hmm.
way my
Right.
birds were moving, I was like, yo, I could see 50. I said, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna bring it to M Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
make the shit
Hell
hot.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And make it. I'm trying to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, man. Let's
I'm gonna be
go. I'm
real.
trying to take him to Ocala.
I saw that with your birds. When I saw
Facts.
you, those tosses, I said, yo, he can go 60, 75 miles. Those birds look like they wasn't disturbed at all by those tosses, bro.
No,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not lying. They would get home when I would spot them, and they rocking for another 3 hours.
Man,
So in
look at that.
total, I was getting
Nice.
5, 6, 7 hours out of them.
That's
So
good,
I know
man.
I could go
Yeah, they
further.
they they were they
So
were in condition. They could have went. They could have went. You could have super tossed those birds, But the
yeah,
future is
Yeah.
I
bright.
was just scared of jumping 20 miles. But people in my ear, like, take
Yeah.
your
Yeah, I bet they
time,
was.
or
Man, you gotta take your
yeah.
time. Facts.
Yeah, I bet they was. I
So
know they
So
was.
what's it looking like in the future, man, for you? Like for this upcoming competition, as far as your numbers, what you shooting for this year.
oh,
Um,
I'm
you know,
trying to do 100. I ain't lying. I'm trying to get
Woo!
100.
fire.
Yeah.
That's what yeah. I
I
told all the
I
same thing.
I gotta buy some carriers because I don't know if I'm gonna incorporate. I never used my old team for like any new sources, so I don't know if I should
Mm,
incorporate them.
mm,
Woo!
But
Yeah,
so I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. You know what I find is that is such a decision to make if you're going to utilize your old team because it's such a risk to put those
Hmm.
birds at risk, and
Yeah.
they're proven birds. Like I've taken my 25 tiplets that I took to Connecticut. They don't go on tosses no more. They just I can't replace those birds.
the heat is a
Yeah.
huge disadvantage. How do you feel with
Oh
tossing in
yeah,
the heat
yeah.
and all of that?
I'm glad you brought that up because that's the reason I started breeding early because I feel like our climate is very, very different from up north. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So,
mm-hmm.
uh, like for them guys to be in the competition, I feel like they should either start early. I don't know. I think it's just more hectic over there weather-wise. It gets colder. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we
Well, I
gonna
don't
get
know. I
into
could be
that.
wrong. I could be wrong about that.
Nah, you definitely not wrong, man. And I feel like you see what the difficult thing right now is coming to a middle ground. You know what I'm
And
saying? I was thinking about somewhere between, and this applies to both here and there, somewhere between July and February. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
But regardless of whatever we end up, coming up with and figuring out, that doesn't mean that you have to begin your training within those timelines. For
Right.
instance, let's just say if we come up with the determination like, yo, the competition is going to be between August to February. That don't mean that you have to wait till August to get your shit rocking. You can do
Nah,
your
nah, yeah,
training.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then come
No,
August, you already
you
ready to
ready?
bang out 100. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Yeah.
get yourself right there on the board. So, you know what I mean?
Nah,
Necessarily, like I said, it's about finding that middle ground because you absolutely right, man. The climate is different. Sometimes the humidity out here, you can cut it with a knife,
nah, it's
and then
crazy. This shit is
and up
crazy.
north, it'd be too cold. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it'd be too cold for them to be
Blizzard
trying to,
City this
you know
year,
what I mean?
bro. Whew.
But we gonna
Mm-hmm.
figure it
Yeah.
out. We gonna definitely because,
Yeah.
like I said, man, I want everybody to be involved. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, if we could accomplish, getting some of the top fanciers who have a passion for this to compete, that just builds the community more where we could cultivate and we could actually grow
Mm-hmm.
the templates into something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
word.
Hell yeah.
So Bar City,
Definitely.
one of my closing questions is this: what advice do you have for the young uh tossing fancier? What advice do you have for the young tossing fancier?
You know, take your time. Take
Mhm.
your time with your birds, man. Don't
Patience.
rush anything. Yeah, patience is virtue, man. Just really take your time and really condition your birds. Don't stress them out. That's very important. And don't put them in danger. Watch for weather, all
Mhm.
that forecast and shit like that. And when you was posting up before him, that shit was good. Shit about the hawks, about the rain, the fog, and all that. Yeah, I pay attention.
Yeah.
That shit is
Mhm.
all good.
Right.
Wind, where the wind is coming from, because that's your bird. I was paying attention to that a lot because I didn't want my
Hmm.
birds to struggle. There would be days I'm like, oh man, I got winds at 5 miles, but I gotta fly against that and all that shit. So hell yeah, no, take your time, man. All them. I want more people to do this. I challenge more people to do this. Like
Yeah,
serious, man.
yeah,
Like
for
why
It
real.
not
ain't
make a kid of
easy.
six? Make a kid of six. That's it. If a
Yeah,
lot of people don't want to lose birds, I didn't want to lose birds, but I'm like,
yeah.
you know what? I'm trying to achieve something right here. So,
Yeah.
and I know
No
people like
reward
nice
without
looking,
risk.
yeah, people like nice looking birds, and they ain't no doubt about that. I like nice looking birds, but what I'm trying to achieve, I don't care if you got sugar tips, misprints. I'm looking for miles. I'm looking for that
Performance.
grit. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
Yeah.
looking for.
yeah, performance.
Yeah,
Yes.
Well, I'm
that's
trying to
that.
do both.
No, no, I ain't knocking you. I
I'm
ain't
trying to
knocking you.
toss.
Hell yeah.
Yo, look, I'm trying to toss some shits that look nice, and they come
Yeah.
home. You heard?
Yeah, yeah. No, ain't
Hold
nothing
on.
wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He
I
got
haven't
that.
Yo,
got there
He
yet.
got
I
that.
just,
He
you
got
know what
that.
I
He
mean?
got it. He got it.
yo, this number one right here. This number one. This is what I banded number one with the three loft media.
Oh,
Mm.
that's nice.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no.
It's an
That's,
Hmm.
opal right
yeah.
here. Yo, dudes be holding this down like, nah, I don't want to lose this. Nah, baby, you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to
Mm.
learn.
I got one there
That's
from
Salute.
numero uno.
Salute. Salute.
yeah,
Look, he's
that's
ready to
nice.
get busy and ready.
Yeah, salute.
Yeah. I
2026.
still haven't got I still
2026.
haven't got there yet. You know how to like pair birds up to get certain colors and all that, but no,
Yeah, it's a
I haven't
science
got
to
there
all
yet.
that.
Yeah, no, believe me. Yeah, I know.
Yes,
But
good.
you hit it on the head though, man. As far as the advice is concerned, man, patience, take your time, don't rush your tosses, because
Nah,
you can
don't
screw
rush.
yourself quicker than the birds will screw you. You know what I mean? If you don't
Hmm.
pay attention to detail and you don't give them, you gotta give them the opportunity to succeed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Pay attention
absolutely.
to
And you
detail.
know what's very important too, because I didn't mention your feather conditioning is very important, man. You
Mm,
really want to make sure your bird's feathers and the primaries and everything is good. No lice,
sure.
none of that.
Outstanding,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Once
Outstanding.
again, Bob, man, I just want to say congratulations. It was an honor to compete alongside you. You definitely gonna be instrumental in the future success of this competition. I appreciate you
No,
for
thank you. I
your
appreciate you.
wisdom, your time, all that. You heard?
Thank you. I
You got
So
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
word, man. Thank you, man. And I'm looking forward to the future, bro. Yo, that 100 miles.
Yeah.
I see you at 100.
100
If you go on a
miles.
100 miles, yo, listen.
Yeah.
You go on 100 miles, you're gonna have to pass me at some point in time, baby.
Word, word. Nah, man,
We
that'll be
gonna
even
set it
good for
up.
the just for the you know what I mean? For the movement.
For the
That should be good.
facts.
So.
keep it
Nah,
moving.
we
Keep it
definitely gonna
moving.
coordinate that for
Hmm.
sure, bro.
Keep it moving.
Stay
Yeah,
tuned,
yeah.
guys. We're gonna be doing the Zoom conference to try to get everything on an even playing field, right in smack dab in the middle for everybody to compete, no matter where you at in the country.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
We're gonna sign out, guys. Boss City, congratulations to you. M,
Thank you.
congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you putting the event together. It's been fabulous. We
Thank
see
you.
the future is bright. You've been watching the Three Loft Media with your guy RG, M Day Loft, and Boss City Tipless. Peace.
Peace.
That's the fuck. That's the fuck. Late night in the studio, man. Oh. We started the video off about almost 45 minutes ago, and we've just been freestyling. It's like what 2:25 a.m. here in the NYC. And we're just here. I figured I'd go downstairs and get my garlic. I got some onions. I got me some fresh garlic. Got me some scallops and some oranges. And we're gonna bring me a bird. I'm talking about turkey. I'm talking about pigeon. There's a pretty little edible. But that video there was the guys. We were at the Three Loft Media platform, and let me tell you, this tossing game. You guys not doing tossing with fancy pigeons? Y'all missing out. Y'all missing out, son. I'm gonna tell y'all. You got beautiful birds, flights, and danishes, and all of this, and you ain't tossing your birds. What? Come on, Pigeon Fanciers, get your shit together for real. I'm calling y'all cats out, man. Word up. We be too nice. We be too nice about this shit. We be trying to be too politically correct. Come on, Pigeon Fanciers. You guys with fancy birds, flights, and all that. You guys are not in a pre-launch media contest. Only contest that's organized for you to come forward and do something and showcase your birds and have some fun with your birds. And you ain't involved in that, man, you retired, son. What's up with your cat? Like you niggas, yeah, niggas was retired? Like, come on. Calling you cats out. I've been too nice to y'all cats. Word up. Hey, you hear them young cats talking about, them cats talking about going 100 miles. Them they loft in Varsity Tipplers. They talking about going 100 miles with their tippers. Guys playing around, we're flying day in, day out. Come on, man. NY, especially us NYC. Step up, NYC. Going out. Step up in the game, NYC. I know I've talked to all the guys here when it comes to tossing birds. I'm in the middle of those conversations all the time. And they be like, oh, chill. You know, you got to get a guy's time to get organized, get the birds right. And I'm like, come on, man. If you got 300 pigeons, on your roof, right? Take 10 of them. 10 of good flying birds and make a tossing team, man. You got 200 fucking birds on your roof. But you can't take 10 birds and put a tossing team. Ball City Temple even said that in the video. He said 4. He even gave the number 4. And I'm like, you call yourself a pigeon fancy and you got that many birds and you sitting there and you're not involved in the tossing? You ain't got no time. You're too busy. You're too busy for your birds, man. That's what it is, dude. Come on, man. Look, we doing birds. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. That's the passion we got for messing with the pigeons. We getting ready to hook them up a nice little something in the blender and get them a nice little punch for them in the morning with garlic and scallops. That's gonna be spicy for them. Listen, man, we out, man. We just gonna do what we do in the crib. We was in the studio. We figured we'd come to you, man. Varsity Tipper video interview, the winner of the 2025-2026 contest. So shout out to him. Shout out to M. Shout out to you guys out there, man. Listen, we're getting ready to go. We're going hard this year. We hope you guys can keep up. We're gonna be busy, man. We're gonna put it down. See you, man. See you soon.